So this absolutely gorgeous vine that that I'm next to right now is just a classic head-trained dry farm Zinfandel vine at Teldeschi Ranch, which is one of my absolute favorite vineyards that we work with, and a vineyard that my family has worked with since 1982. Going on 35 years now. And what's incredible about these vines is that you can tell that they've been incredibly well cared for their entire existence. These vines themselves were planted by Lorenzo Teldeschi back around 1900, and they've been cared for by subsequent generations of Teldeschi, including Frank and now John Teldeschi. And it's just the most perfect head-trained vine. They never try to get the vines to do too much, and you get these little clusters of incredibly dense, compact, incredibly flavorful fruit. We're up on the bench in Dry Creek. The soils here are clay loam, but with a lot of gravel in them. So they're really, really well drained, but they're very deep. So it's almost like the perfect growing environment for a vine, in that it regulates vigor, but also allows for some just incredible, nice canopies, but also just incredibly concentration of flavor. So, you know, this is sort of one of the great Zinfandel vineyards in the world, and certainly some of the prettiest vines. If I ever have to teach somebody how to head train a vine, bring them here. So the jewel of Teldeschi Ranch, everybody thinks about the Zinfandel, and rightfully so, it's incredible. But there's one block just below John's house here that is old vine Petit Syrah, field blended with Carignan, Cinsault, even a little bit of a variety called Vaccarez, which is one of the 13 allowable varieties in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. And it makes just the most intensely dark, long-lived wine. And it always makes up a part of our Lorenzo's Heritage wine, but it also will start making part of our Petit Syrah moving forward as well. And it's just an incredible old dry farmed Petit Syrah on perfect soils. You really couldn't ask for anything more from the variety. The last element of Lorenzo's Heritage wine is this absolutely magnificent Carignan, which I think is really the secret sauce in some ways to the wine. As you can see, these vines are absolutely beautiful. They're a little younger than the rest of the vines that go into Lorenzo's Heritage. These were planted in the 1940s, but again, dry farmed, perfect goblet-shaped head-trained vines, and on slightly heavier clay soils, but again, interspersed with a lot of gravel, so really, really well drained. This makes for some just incredibly intense black Carignan, which really makes for a beautiful element in the finished wine.